Hi devs, welcome to Code in Short. Hope you're doing well. In the last video, we created REST APIs. Today, we are going to follow the MVC pattern to reorganize our code. So let's get started. First, we'll create a controller directory for all our controllers. Then we will create a route directory to store all our routes. Further, we will create a file directory so that we could store file. This will work as a public folder for us. And then we are going to create a view to store all the views we will create in future. We will also create a middleware directory which will store all the middlewares that we require, and also a utils directory for any of the utilities if we require them in the future. Now let us create our first controller by clicking on the controllers directory and creating a user.js file. This will work as our controller. Now we will we'll copy this code from the server and paste it here. As it is a user controller, it will have the user model which will be imported from model/user. Also, we will use mongoose in it. Then we are going to copy all the functions that we created in the last video and paste them here. Then we are going to convert each and every function into an export module by adding export in place of const and then dot and then the function name. This will then export this function so that we can use it in any other file, making it possible to be called from any file in the whole project. Now our controller is ready and we are ready to make routes for it. So let us click on routes directory and create a user route.js file. This file will store all our routes, which will make it very organized and easy to debug later. So let us start by initializing a route variable using express.router function. We are going to use this routes constant for our get, post, put and delete requests in future. So let's use it to create our first route, which is a create route which we created in the server.js. We will write router.route and in that function we will pass the path or the URI which will be /create user, and we'll also write the type of the API call which will be post for now, and we will also import the user controller functions from the controller.user.js file. This is why we exported them. Now we can call them using user controller.create. This will call the create function inside the user controller file. Then we are going to export it. So module.export is equal to router. Now I think our first route is created. Let's delete this part. Let us remove the user model as we do not need it here, and we will use app.use function and we will pass the user routes as a parameter to it. For that we are going to create a constant named user route, and then we are going to import the user routes file inside of it, which is routes/user routes. Okay, we are going to pass it inside as a second parameter. The first parameter will be the prefix URI, which I will teach you in upcoming few minutes. Now let us test if our URI is working. For now, let us keep the prefix URI empty and we will write npm start, which will run our server. Our API is ready, but I think we should rename the user.js file as usercontroller.js, which will be quite easy to understand rather than making confusions. So usercontroller.js, which will also make changes in the import part. I think this is fine, and let us press Ctrl S. Nodebon will start our server again, and now we can use Postman as an API service. Let us create a post API. We will copy the URL, paste it here, and then call the service. User has been created. Correct. Our API is perfectly working. Now let us copy it for other three operations, which are show or retrieve, update and delete. We will name our URI accordingly. Okay, delete user. Yeah, now let us copy the exported function and call them inside the post function in the routes. The last one. Okay, I think all the four APIs are ready. We should use Postman to check it. The create was working, the show is working. Okay, let us see the update. The update is working. The last one is delete. And the lid is working too. So we have successfully organized our Node.js application in MVC pattern, but we are also getting a depreciation warning. So we will replace the update inside our controller to update 1 and the warning should go. Amazing. Let's create a prefix URI for our routes so that we could categorize the routes too. Suppose we want maybe login before the second parameter is passed in the URL. See, our previous URI is not working. We need to add login before we write create user in the URL, and then and only then it will run, as we have given a prefix URI inside our routes function, and the function runs now properly. So this is how you use prefix. See, it doesn't run again. Now we will change the show user from post to get, as retrieving data is a get type of API call. Now our Node.js application is perfectly organized in the MVC pattern, which concludes today's video. I would highly recommend you all to subscribe my channel, like it and share it to all the people who want to learn Node.js. Next video will be the last video of Node.js basics, and we are going to start React.js after it. So stay tuned for more coding tutorials. And if you have any queries, please do ask in the comment box. I'm always there for the community. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video. Have a good day.